So ngayon guys, nakita na natin kung anong pag-uusapan natin. So nakita nyo na, no? Nandito ang Xiaomi 12 Pro and nandito na rin yung box natin na Xiaomi 12 Pro, which is not your global version but this is the China version. So ako excited ako malaman, no, kung talagang ito nga ba ang pagbabalik ng king of smartphones, ng mga flagships o hindi. Tara, pag-usapan natin guys. So, hi guys! Ako pala si Richmond, ang Gadget Sidekick, and welcome back to my channel. So, sinabi ko sa inyo na pag-uusapan natin today is the Xiaomi 12 Pro. So, previously, na-review na natin ang Xiaomi 12, and masasabi ko sa inyo guys, it's really small na flagship, no? Though, of course, hindi ako sanay sa sobrang liit, no? Since I have really adjusted sa mga phones na medyo mas malaki. 6.6 ang pinakamaliit na handle ko as of the moment. And going back to that small of a phone na Xiaomi 12 is medyo hindi pa ako nakakasanay, no? Pero, of course, meron siyang mas malaking kapatid, which is the 12 Pro. Mas malaki ang screen and the specs are beefier than the 12. Okay? So, syempre, madali natin unbox, no? So, kita natin sa black box. Si 12 is a white box. So, kita natin, no? May sleeve siya, Xiaomi, nakasulat. Then, pagbukas natin, designed by Xiaomi. So, pagbukas natin sa loob, meron siyang SIM ejector pin, meron siyang manual, meron siyang stickers. Case, no, na hindi naman ganun sobrang kapangit. Okay? Then, of course, hawag din natin yung color green edition niya, no? So, this is the only version na, parang leatherette finish sa likod. The rest is, glossy finish. And probably this will be the best seller for me, kasi siya lang kakaiba dito sa mga variant. Pati kita mo, pati yung ambassador nila, yun ang hawak nila, no? So, ito ang latest ambassador ng Xiaomi 12 Pro, which is from China. I'm not sure kung anong name ng artist, no? So, mabukas natin ng box, kita natin, andito ating 120 watts of fast charging. Siyempre, ang kanyang default na cable. At for some weird reason, wala siyang kasamang 3.5mm audio jack to USB Type-C, no? Kasi wala na rin tong headphone jack. Natapos na natin ang unboxing. So, pag-usapan naman natin about yung design nitong phone na to, no? So, makita natin, sinabi ko sa inyo, meron siyang, yung back niya is medyo parang gamosa feel, no? Or leatherette feel. Which is, for me, ang sarap, no? Kasi hindi siya madulas and definitely, ang sarap siyang hawak-hawakan, no? Not your typical phone na sobrang dulas like the Xiaomi 12 na sinabi ko sa inyo, almost nalaglag sa kamay ko, no? Kasi sa sobrang dulas. Ito, hindi, ang ganda ng grip, no? Like I said, it's really one of a kind, no, sa series na to. At siya lang meron, no, tong color green. The rest is puro smooth finish and shiny finish sa likod, no. So, nandito sa kanya sa ilalim, loudspeaker, Type-C port, and of course, ang kanyang microphone in. Of course, yung kanyang SIM tray, which can support 2 nano SIM. Siyempre, 5G ready. Siyempre, wala siyang micro SD na expansion since it's a flagship. Normally, yung mga flagship ni Xiaomi, wala kang mapaasahan na micro SD slot. Then dito sa ibabaw kita natin, no, sounds by Harman Kardon as well as another loudspeaker, so stereo speaker niya. Ito ang kanyang IR blaster. And of course, don't forget ang kanyang noise cancelling mic. Sa side, kita natin ang kanyang power button as well as ang kanyang volume rocker. So sa likod, meron siyang 3 camera, no. So bumalik to sa triple camera tong phone na to. And we start with the biggest one is a 50MP na wide sensor. Now, sinundan siya ng another 50MP na telephoto lens. And of course, ang kanyang ultra-wide lens, which is also another 50MP. Wow, so tatlong 50, no? So, lahat yan, 150MP, no? Tama nga ba? Tama naman math ko, no? Pero just kidding. So, tatlong 50MP doesn't mean na 150MP ang iyong camera, no? So, I was just kidding there. So, sa harap, meron din siyang 32MP na front selfie shooter. Pag-usapan natin a little bit about yung camera na sa likod, no? So, I know na tatlong 50MP is a rare one from Xiaomi, which is, of course, syempre, yun ang meron din ni Xiaomi 11 Ultra, no? Which is one of its pioneer na premier flagship ni Xiaomi, which is, of course, ngayon, sinundan ni Xiaomi 12 Pro, which is probably gonna be happening again sa Xiaomi 12 Ultra. Now, this one, itong main lens niya, no, meron siya aperture na 1.9. Then, ang kanyang, kanyang lens is 24mm. Then, it has, dual pixel na PDAF and may optical image stabilization din siya. Now, itong kanyang sumunod is telephoto lens. It can go up to 2 times optical zoom and kaya niya up to 20x na digital zoom. So, we'll be taking some photos later, no? Pakita ko sa inyo kung gaano siya ganda. Then, of course, itong kanyang ultra-wide lens, no? Also, another 50MP, aperture 2.2. Ang kanyang, ang kanyang viewing angle is up to 115 degrees, no? Ng viewing angle. So, kaya na mag-record up to 8K, 24 FPS, or 4K, 60 FPS ang kanyang, Then, definitely, meron siyang EIS to make sure na stable pag nag-record ka ng video dito sa camera na to. So guys, papasyalin ko kayo sa interface nitong phone na ito, no? Which is, meron siyang Xiaomi MIUI 13, no? Which is the latest na UI na pinamamalaki ni Xiaomi. Ang dami ng widget and everything dito sa phone na ito. Definitely, it's almost looking the same as the MIUI 12.5. Definitely, there's not really much changes, no, dito sa labas. Pero, pag once pininch mo to at tinignan mo mga widget, doon ka mawiwili. Sa dami ng widgets na meron nito, titingnan mo siya online, no? It's definitely a big step up over sa MIUI 12.5. Kita natin, no, na ito pa lang, itong weather widget natin, no? Add natin sa home screen. Kita natin, no? Ang laki ng ginanda niya, no? So, kita natin, no, na ganun ka, ganun ka, more interactive, no? Mas magandang tingnan. Parang iOS nga lang talaga siya, no? So, silipin pa natin ibang widgets na yung mga medyo sikat, no? So, kita ko lang sa inyo. So, yan guys, kung mahilig kayo sa mga NBA, kita natin, no? Meron siyang widget dito na real-time nagbibigay siya ng score. Okay? So, kanina may laban between Warriors and Kings. Then, of course, Oklahoma City Thunder and Lakers. So, kita mo real-time score at natalo ng 1 point nga pala si Lakers. So, kanina. So, nakita natin Feb 4. Okay, ang kanyang date, then ang kanyang score. So, sabi sa akin, this one updates real time. So, kung mahilig ka magtaya sa mga ending, I think this probably is the best widget for you. And there's a lot of more widgets na pwede na paglaruan dito sa MIUI 13. And it's also coming to mga global na smartphones ng Xiaomi pretty soon. And actually, nakapag-launch na sila sa Redmi Note 11, na 11 Pro 5G, no? Naka-MIUI 13 na nga pala siya. And it's rolling out to all other smartphone units ni Xiaomi pretty soon. So, check nyo lang, no, ang Xiaomi community para sa more updates. So, guys, itong phone na ito is equipped with the all-new Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 na 4nm chip. It's a 5G capable na processor. It's the latest, no, guys, sa galing kay Qualcomm. Definitely, masasabi ko sa'yo, guys, pag nilalaro mo to, parang very smooth. Well, actually, lahat naman ng flagship na nilabas ni Xiaomi na naka-equip ang Qualcomm na latest, no, na chip, mapa 888 man yan, or 865, or 8 Gen 1, lahat yan, pag bagong labas, very smooth. Okay? So, wala namang masabi about that. And definitely, this one has a refresh rate, no, na something that you would be using, ito, no, auto, ito ang magandang i-recommend, no. So, adjust the refresh rate dynamically. Depende sa scenario, no? So, this one would save you a lot of battery, no? So, ito yung pinamamalaki ni Xiaomi na meron nila, no, on this one, which is definitely another breakthrough na technology, no, na meron ni Xiaomi, is to auto-calibrate yung refresh rate, no? Depende sa kailangan mo. So, this one would give you a lot more battery life, okay? So, ito, pwede ka rin mag-switch, no, between yung display niya, WQHD Plus or FHD Plus, depende. So, kung gusto mo mas maganda, kita natin, no? Hindi hamak na mas maganda naman to kaysa dito. Pero it's a more battery, okay? So, pwede rin siya mag-switch, depende sa inyo. So, it's another breakthrough. So, save battery with WQHD Plus. Okay? Pag tinurnan mo, sarili siya magka-calibrate. Depende sa pangangailangan mo. So, hindi siya laging naka-on. So, nakita na natin na itong MIUI 13, meron siyang binago, no? It's the font. Tawag nila Mi Sans. So, ang kagandahan nitong font dito sa bagong phone ni Xiaomi, bagong UI pala ni Xiaomi, is that very clear siya, very bold, ang dali mabasa. Which is, of course, for me, ang ganda ng ang ganda ng pagka-integrate na dito. Okay, so, gusto mo palakihin, pwede mo nang palakihin. Okay? So, pwede mo patabain kung gaano ka bold. Depende sa panlasa mo, no? So, ako okay na ako sa ganito. So, try adjusting text, di ba? So, depende sa gusto mo. Okay na ako sa ganito, sa S-Lite. Pwede na sa akin yan. Or XS Lite. Kitang-kita naman, very clear and very bold yung text, no? Which is definitely ang ganda ng pagka-improve, no, nitong font settings ni Xiaomi MIUI 13. Dito sa wallpaper and personalization, ang dami rin yung binago, no? So may mga icons sa binago. Then, actually marami siyang binago na dinagdag na themes, which is definitely, I think, magugustuhan ninyo. So, sobrang dami nito ay sobrang mawiwili ka sa kapili dito, no? So, pili ka depende sa category or pipili ka depende sa mga favorites. There are some na ibang paid, there are some na walang bayad. So, ako medyo tumitingin lang naman ako sa walang bayad since this one will require your Mi account to have some Mi credits. One of my favorite thing to check, no, sa mga bagong smartphones na lumalabas is titingnan ko yung mga Antutu, no, na rating nila. Okay, so this one was able to get a 958,000 na score, no, dito sa Antutu benchmark, which for me, kulang-kulang konti, 1 million na ang kanyang score. Haven't really seen in actual, no, any phones na nakapag-abot ng 1 million na points dito sa Antutu benchmark. Probably this one might be the first one. Or I'm not quite sure, no. Normally, mga flagship, kasi pag tinetest naman nila sa laboratory nila, sobrang nila in-optimize para makuha nila yung best score possible, no. Ako naman dito, out of the box, tinesting ko na agad para fresh state, walang ibang naka-install, no. Test mo na Antutu para malaman mo yung score. So, this was the one that I got straight out of the box. So, some other benchmark na nakuha ko, so ngayon, nakita na natin ilang benchmark, no, na nagpapakita ng dalagang tunay na capability nitong phone na ito, no. No, alam natin na benchmark is just benchmark, pero it gives you an idea kung gaano kaganda ang performance sa kaya nitong phone na ito, no. So, yan, nakita na natin sa ilang benchmark na definitely this phone is a okay na phone na sobrang powerful. So guys, pag-usapan naman natin ngayon ang kanyang display. So, another breakthrough na meron ni Xiaomi dito is the LTPO na AMOLED display. So, yung LTPO, yun yung nagka-calibrate, no? Sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, from FHD plus to WQHD plus, mag-a-adjust siya, magka-calibrate din ang kanya refresh rate. Sarili siya mag-a-adjust, mag-a-adapt kung ano kailangan mo, no? Para makatipid ka ng battery, no? So, it's another breakthrough ni Xiaomi, no? So, this one has a bigger display compared to the Xiaomi 12. This has a 6.73-inch na 1 billion colors ang kaya i-reproduce, no? With 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, Dolby Vision, guys, HDR10+, and of course, ang kaya max brightness, kaya na mag-hit up to 1,500 nits, no? Definitely, pag nasa labas ka, ang bright, ang ganda. Okay? So, very clear, wala kang problema, no? Under the bright sunlight. And this one is definitely protected with the Corning Gorilla Victus. Which is, of course, yung kanyang best, no, na kaya offer ni Corning Gorilla right now. So, ang likod nito is also glass finish, though may isang cover, no, na parang gamosa. Then, aluminum side frames. So, guys, kung nanonood ka ng movies dito sa YouTube, sa Netflix, or wherever it is, no, sabi ko siya na, guys, it's definitely very nice. And ang ganda, ang crisp ng iyong display. What I like about this one is sobrang smooth, no? 120 Hz of screen refresh rate. Plus, ang kanyang drop dot, no, is very small. So guys, if you're watching mga basketball games dito, no, masasabi ko sa inyo, sobrang clear. Okay? So, sinet ko sa 1080p, no, which is the best na kaya nitong NBA na mga replays, no. Ang ganda, ang smooth ng mga action dito. Masasabi ko sa inyo, sobrang clear. So guys, sinet natin sa best setting possible, no, dito sa video na ito. So makita natin yung smoothness na takbo, no, ng mga graphics, no. Makita mo sobrang detailed. Unlike, no, pag nanood ka ng 60 FPS, parang parang bitin yung 60 Hz. Pero kung pinanood mo siya under 120 Hz, tapos ganun kaganda pa yung display, ang sarap manood ng mga movies, no. The black is definitely blacker and the movement is so silky smooth. So guys, nag-play tayo ng ilang non-copyrighted music dito, no? Pinakinggan natin using yung kanyang Harman Kardon na dual speakers. Pakinggan natin ang music. So ano masabi nyo guys? Sabi ko sa inyo, it's buong buo ang music, no, when you're listening to music using itong dual speaker niya, no, stereo speaker. Ang sarap manood ng movies, especially pag nanood ka ng mga horror movies, biglang bubulagahin ka, no? Parang ang ganda ng tunog nitong sound dito sa phone na ito. Now guys, pag-usapan naman natin kunti about gaming on this phone. Now, I know na Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, definitely a breeze through lang lahat ng games, no? Kahit anong title pa yan, Call of Duty, Genshin Impact, Mobile Legends man yan, or PUBG, no? Definitely sobrang, lahat ng high settings probably ma-unlock mo naman. Kasi it's a flagship chip. And, seamless dapat ang mga gameplay. Now, nilaro ko naman ang Call of Duty. Ito ang mga game settings, ang mga game graphics na kaya ko i-unlock. Then yung gameplay, I can say na very satisfying maglaro ng mga games dito sa phone na ito. It's so smooth. Halos wala ako ma-feel na frame drops, wala naman lags. Everything parang masasabi ko sa perfect except for one thing. Now, pag naglalaro ako ng over 1 hour or 1.5 hour dito sa likod, pansin ko, medyo umiinit siya, no? So I think yung Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, hindi pa rin nila na-address yung issue, no? Yung heating issue na present, no? Sa, sa Snapdragon 888. And of course, I think they should really take a look on that. Kasi parang na-overtake na sila ngayon ng MediaTek. Si MediaTek medyo lumalamig na kanilang mga processor, mga flagship nila. Let's admit it. Okay? Pero si Snapdragon parang hindi pa nila masyado na-address yung heating issue, no? Yes, I know, mabilis, matulin, lahat na sa kanya na. Pero yung one main concern ng mga gamers, parang hindi ka na bumili ng cooler, no? Ng cooler na isasalpa ko pa dito sa likod, which is of course bulky and medyo istorbo when you're gaming. I think yan ang isa sa mga issue na kailangang i-take up consideration, no, ni Qualcomm. Now guys, pag-usapan na natin ngayon is the most exciting part nitong phone na ito, no, sa tatlong 50MP na camera. Okay? So I know na it's probably one of the flagship na camera ni Xiaomi, no. So siguro the only one from Xiaomi na makakatalo dito would only be the Xiaomi 12 Ultra, which is not going to be released anytime soon. But of course, kita natin, no, ito yung mga menu na meron, no, ng Xiaomi 12 Pro. May Super Moon siya, may clone siya, dual video, lahat meron. May movie effects pa, long exposure, and more and more. So night mode is definitely something na ang ganda, no, dito sa phone na ito. Now, meron siya portrait mode, photo mode, video mode, and of course, my favorite is the Pro mode. So, pwede mo paglaro ang tatlong lente, no? So, you have the telephoto lens, wide lens, and ultra-wide lens. So, pwede mong paglaro. Okay? So, depende kung ano gusto mo. When you're a pro shooter, you really want to maximize itong Pro mode nitong camera nito, no? So, hovering over to the videos, ito ang mga settings na pwede natin set, no? The best is 8K, 24 FPS. And then, of course, you also have 4K at 60 FPS na, pwede mo ilaro dito sa phone na ito. Ngayon, guys, so, kita natin na sobrang clear, no, ng mga, mga subject pag nilalapit mo sa camera niya, no. So, this is how it look like, okay, when you're using the normal lens. This is the ultra-wide. And this is the zoom lens. Okay? So, depende na sa gamit ninyo. So, ako mostly gamit ko si, wide lens saka si zoom lens. Yun ang madalas kong gamit. Mas madalas kong gamitin ang ultra-wide lens. Pinasyal ko tong phone outdoors. And gusto ko pakita sa inyo, no, yung mga different shot at different, lighting conditions na makita natin, no, tingnan natin kung ano masasabi nyo sa mga rear camera shots ko. Ano guys, sabi ninyo, ako for me, this phone is definitely one stunner pagdating sa camera, no? So, makita natin performance niya sa wide lens, ultra wide lens, and of course, kanyang telephoto lens, which I zoom all the way up to 20x. Ang ganda, no? So, hindi siya ganun kalinaw tulad ng yung zoom, no? Hindi siya ganun kalinaw tulad ng Huawei P50 Pro. But yung mga ibang shots niya, no, is I think could be better or at par doon sa Huawei P50 Pro, no, na pinagmamalaki din ng Huawei na super camera. This one, I'm pretty sure na kaya niyang at least go toe-to-toe with the Huawei P50 Pro. Lalo na when you're using ito as a night mode, no? Grabe, masasabi siya guys, ang ganda niya, definitely. Guys, silipin naman natin ilang shots, no, na nakuha ko using the selfie camera. So, ano masabi nyo guys? For me, sharp and it's really clear. No, lalo na when I'm using yung mga portrait mode, definitely mga edges masabi mo, smooth na smooth. I'm pretty sure na this one is definitely a super vlogging camera, no? Kahit sa photo pa lang, panalo na. Now, silipin natin ilang videos na nakuha ko using the rear camera and the front camera. So guys, right now I'm holding the latest flagship from Xiaomi, which is the Xiaomi 12 Pro. And yeah, I'm trying to take a brisk walk here outdoors on the park. And yeah, this is how it looks like when you're using the front-facing camera. Looks nice and, well, quite sharp and punchy. Don't you think? So guys, right now I'm holding the all-new Xiaomi 12 Pro. And I'm trying to use the rear camera and it's pretty stable. So right now we're trying to get some good and nice shots using this video camera. And I can see that it's really smooth. So let's try to zoom into that tall building over there. So we're at 3x zoom, 5x zoom, 6x zoom. It's the best that this one can do. And we'll go all the way back to normal. Okay, there you go. So what do you think of its camera performance? So guys, masasabi ko sa inyo, itong triple 50MP camera ni Xiaomi 12 Pro is definitely a must-have kung if you're planning to go to have your own vlog, to, well, do something worthwhile, or let's say mobile photography, or you want to record something for memories. Definitely yung video neto on this phone is really a must invest if you're somebody who's into photography and videography. I'm sure you will really love the camera of this phone. Sobrang guys, sobrang ganda and very very stable ang ganyang vlogging kahit naka bare hands lang ako guys. Sobrang stable niya. Syempre of course, meron din akong ultra steady hands. So guys, this phone has a 4,600 mAh of lithium polymer na battery, which can fast charge up to 120 watts. Sabi ni Xiaomi, this can full charge in just 18 minutes, so from 0 to 100. Now, tinry naman natin on our end to check kung gaano kabilis nga ba ang charging netong phone na ito. So, dinry naman natin to down to 18% and chinarge ko pabalik ng 100, So, it took me near 30 minutes, to complete it. Pero to be exact, it's 28 minutes to complete the full charging cycle, So, I'm not sure kung accurate ba sinasabi ni Xiaomi in 18 minutes or niloloko lang tayo ni Meralco at kulang ang kuryente na binibigay sa atin. So guys, pag-usapan natin a little bit about yung battery endurance nito, So, it was able to give me near 9 hours na screen on time sa phone na ito. And definitely, yung battery niya, hindi ganun kakunat. Of course, given na Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 siya, and it's probably a power-hungry na chipset, I'm not sure kung optimized na ba siya for yung battery's efficiency, But definitely, 9 hours is medyo, for me, mababa siya in terms of sa mga flagship, So, if ever makapaglast ng screen on 10 mga 12 hours, I'm sure okay na okay for me, So, I did, for me, on a day-to-day basis, So, ginamit ko na siya for roughly 4 days here sa studio ko. And I use it as my daily driver, So, ginamit ko siya for social media and some daily tasks na ginagawa ko. So, starting the day, full charge at 8 o'clock. Now, up to siguro mga bandang 3 o'clock, kailangan ko na mag-hit ng charger. Siguro nasa 25% na lang siya by then. Okay? So, most of the time, either naka-Wi-Fi ako or naka-mobile data. And siguro, the pinakamatakaw siguro sa usage ko might be watching videos during lunch break, So, 1 full hours of watching video naman yun, dire-diretso. And definitely, yung screen yung screen, I always put it above medium na brightness. So, I'm not sure. Maybe yan na siguro nagde-drain ng battery ko. Guys, nakita na natin yung performance, on this phone. And what can I say dito sa phone na ito? First things first is ang ganda ng kanyang display. Out of the box, the first thing na nawawa ko is display niya. Yung LTPO niya is definitely could give you a little bit more saving ng battery, I think kung wala tong LTPO, baka mas mabilis maubos yung battery nito. Now, yung camera niya is another thing that I really love about ito Xiaomi 12 Pro. If you're really into doing content creation like me, or you just really want to keep some memories of your travels, of your kids, your babies, or your loved ones, ang ganda ng camera, guys. Really off the chart. Siguro, as of press time, siguro of course in the near future, meron mga mas magandang camera, but definitely at this time, today is only February 4. For me, this is definitely one camera to invest on if you're really into that mobile photography or mobile videography. And the third thing that I like is itong feel niya sa likod, Siguro itong variant lang, The other ones are shiny, madulas, but this one for me, ang ganda. Sobrang sarap ng feel nito sa likod, Guys, you should really, if you get the chance, kung naglabas to locally, you should really go to yung mga Xiaomi store and try to feel it, Kung ano yung sinasabi ko dito uy, ganda, sarap ng feel nito sa likod. Parang meron siyang case, pero hindi. Nakakapit talaga sa kanya, And definitely, it's another thing that I really like dito sa phone na ito. And of course, social media, browsing, watching mangas here is definitely very smooth dahil sa kanyang 120Hz na screen refresh rate. So guys, inaabangan nyo ba phone na ito? I'm sure the global launch is just around the corner, probably around mid or late February. I have really yet to get some news from our friends from Xiaomi headquarters, and definitely I'm sure if you're into flagship ni Xiaomi, this one is definitely the one to buy. So guys, ano tingin niyo dito sa flagship phone ni Xiaomi? Xiaomi 12 Pro. Gusto niyo bang maging next flagship ninyo sa inyong pocket? Comment on the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And of course, if you like this video, subscribe lang kayo. And of course, click that bell icon para hindi nyo ma-miss sa mga future videos na nilalabas ko dito sa aking channel. And so, ako nga pala si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up?